I open the fucking trunk, the drugs is peeking out at me. I can see it, the cop can. I'm like, oh shit, I'm going to jail.
And then basically The Blind Side is a real life 21st century documentary of actual slavery.
I mean, well, at least the movie was good. Because they tried to make it seem like it wasn't no black Vikings, but definitely was some black Vikings back in the day. It was. Some of the shit the Vikings did just got black people.
Because when you're like, yeah, some of the things that Vikings were doing, black people do, and I'm like, what? What the Vikings just like touching people?
Resources. That's it. That's what I'm saying. Survival.
Pretty sure they're just robbing people, if I'm not mistaken. Is that what you're saying?
Ooh, sticky, blicky, blicky.
I don't care about much, but I'm totally about. I will march to ban the PPA in Philadelphia.
No, seriously, like,
yo, you want to get everyone in Philly unified? You want to get us all to feel like we're together? Start a ban PPA march and all, dude. That's going to be a popular march. People are going to take off work to go to a ban PPA march. It's going to save them in the long run.
Yes, let's ban PPA, you guys.
Oh my goodness gracious, I hate them so much.
I love that.
So it's
yeah.
We were talking, is there a conspiracy or conspiracy lady? Is there a conspiracy that you like or you wish was true?
Aliens.
Okay. Aliens do exist?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Egypt being here in the Grand Canyon. What else? The map is actually upside down, and we're in the wrong placement on the maps.
Okay.
Pretty much all history.
Okay.
What else?
So you're saying like all of history basically...
Marilyn Monroe was killed because they thought she was a communist.
Okay.
And then that's about it.
What about like any assassinations, stuff like that?
JFK definitely was taken out because he was for the minorities, opposed to, and Marilyn was connected. Like all of that was connected. Like Marilyn was too tapped in, and I feel like Marilyn was definitely not a communist, but I just think she was too dug in on both sides because of her beauty, her brains, and it was like, yeah, she gotta go.
Yeah. Yeah, she knew a lot. She knew too much.
She did.
I think she might have got off because of JFK.
Yeah.
You ever hear that JFK quote? There is a plot to turn every citizen of the United States into a slave, and I'm going to reveal it before I leave this great office.
Mm-hmm.
He never got to reveal it.
Never got to reveal it because why? He was assassinated, and he was JFK was for the minorities. You know, anybody that's for a specific class, when you trying to keep this class at a certain, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah.
All right, so aliens are here.
Yeah.
Assassinations.
Yeah.
Michael. What about Michael? Do you think Michael was killed?
Yeah, Michael Jackson was definitely killed.
You know, you ever hear Michael say before he died? They were like, I don't know, right before he died, but he said, that people need to stop looking at me. They need to look at the person up the street because they lived on the same street as Diddy. You ever hear that?
No.
I heard that.
I never heard that, but that would be damn. I mean, well, Diddy from a fellow Scorpio, because Diddy's birthday is November 5th, mine is November 4th. Well, I think we actually have the same birthday. I'm not sure. Enos, shout out to Philly Enos. He the one that actually told me. And he was
like, how do you know this?
He was part of making of the band. I mean, it's public record. Everybody know that he's a Scorpio. I mean, it's hard to call sex trafficking when you're willing to get paid the amount of money to fly anywhere. Like, let's just be honest. We came into an era within the past 5 years where it was popular for women to get flown out. Like, oh, I'm getting stamped. I'm going to Turks and Caicos. I'm going to Jamaica. I'm going this, that, and the third. Fly me out. Yeah, I'm fucking you if you fly me out. Like, that's part of the goal. You get the experience. You get flown to a nice place. You get dick. We don't know the quality of dick. That's part of the game when you're one of those women that get flown out.
Yeah.
You can't get mad at a man expecting pussy if he flies you out. That's not sex trafficking.
Yeah.
Sex trafficking is more so when it's against your will. You're going to get flown out to have sex with a man that you barely even know, like a John or somebody, and you're getting forced to do it. But flying a girl out and a man honestly having expectations to get sex, you can't blame him.
Well, I mean, like, best case scenario in that situation is you fly out, you bang Future, and he gives you a $10,000 shopping spree, and then the next morning he doesn't want to talk to you and you leave.
I don't care.
That's like best case scenario.
I don't give
That's best case.
Another Scorpio Future.
Yeah, exactly. And that's like what they hope. But the thing I think the downfall of Diddy is he kept him for 3 days, and that was too long for them. And that's the worst case scenario.
I mean,
that's where it went wrong.
When you look at the Diddy trial, since we're talking about baby oil, shout out Johnson & Johnson, by the way. I love baby oil. When you get into that, we're talking about a fucking Scorpio, bro. Like, look, I'm a Scorpio. We 9 times out of 10 let you know what it is before what it is. We're letting you know, listen, I'm paying for what I gotta pay for. We doing what we gotta do. 9 times out of 10 to force someone to do something, we not into that. We're not into that. You gotta honestly kind of like it in order for it to be kind of satisfying. You know what I mean? Like, and it's no, I'm not against the victim. Not saying that Cassie isn't a victim, but after a certain point of time, I want to say she was a victim, but she started out maybe a victim, and then after a while became business. And it's like, you didn't like it in the beginning. No, I didn't want to do it. I was being manipulated. But after a while, I was like, okay, as you start communicating with some of these guys, and y'all start actually building a bond, and shit kind of got like, come on. Like, I mean, the receipts is in the, if you follow the case, everything's there. So I'm not going to sit up there and say like, oh, Cassie was all the way a victim. I feel like a lot of times it was kind of more so victim / okay, this paying bills. This is paying rent. This is a lifestyle. So yeah, I was a victim, but you actually build bonds with some of these men that you were so-called like, So it's an unpopular opinion. Again, I'm not against sexual assault. I am against sexual assault. Sorry.
Sound like that.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. We got edit that. I'm drinking. But I am against sexual assault. I am against, anything that wears though a woman's rights or option is taken away. Completely. But at the same time, you gotta call a spade a spade. Bitch, like if the money start getting good, it wasn't at the end of the day, it wasn't against your will. You actually was doing it and you was getting paid for it. And he was facilitating the flights, the hotel, and the accommodations. To me, that sounds more so like a person help you with flight arrangement. What's that called? A travel agent, more so than sex trafficking. I'm just being honest, but whatever.
I appreciate it.
I don't believe. I'm gonna be real. And again, we are free. We have freedom of speech, quote unquote. I just don't believe a lot of things have to do with sexism. I feel like a lot of things has to do with fucking decisions. You made a decision to continue to do what the fuck you were doing because it was a good pay. It wasn't like it was, something that you was like, oh, every time I do it, I'm disgusted. No, bitch, he was getting money. He was getting paid for it.
Well, I think they were never gonna. I don't think they were ever gonna put him away. I don't think that was ever part of the plan. I think the plan was to
teach him a lesson.
I don't even know if it was to teach him a lesson. I think it was literally just I think the FBI wanted his information, and all they needed. That's all it was.
Let
It's
me
like
tell
they
you
got to go
something.
get it. Now they have it, and now they just let him go.
I feel like a lot of times the men that's in power is not really men that's in power.
Mm-hmm.
They're the puppets. The person that's in power, you would never see. You're not supposed to. But in order for you to know that I exist without me knowing that I exist, I have to have a pawn. I have to have a puppet. Diddy was a puppet. And when you sit up there and you kind of sort of nibble or bite at the hand that feed, quote unquote, and you start tapping into shit that they feel like is not supposed to be your era, Diddy was supposed to be coming out with the Black Party. Also a party that's supposed to be for black Republicans or the Black Democrat, however it go. It was supposed to be a party specifically for minority, black, brown people. You go against your company, DeLeon, not Ciroc, because he didn't own Ciroc. He was just the face of Ciroc. DeLeon, he was supposed to be owning or trying to own, whatever it is. I don't know. I don't give a fuck about this shit because these is people with money that I never seen. I will see one day, but I ain't seen, so I don't know. But he was going against the higher ups, and they had to teach his ass a lesson. Like, hold up, nigga, we still the men with the pale skin with the business suits. You still a nigga. We gonna remind you who's in power here. And I think they had to spank Diddy ass a little bit to let him know. Complete opposite of Epstein. Epstein was one of the elites, and I feel like more so he got a little bit too greedy. And now I think that's why they kind of shut Epstein up. And Epstein actually is like the bridge. He bridges the gap between all the politicians that was freaks. Diddy was more so celebrity-based freaks. Epstein was more so politicians, governors, motherfuckers that you wouldn't believe on that fucking island. So, I mean, when they be trying to say, oh, why Diddy didn't get the treatment of Epstein actually was killed. Diddy is kind of like, if he get 10 years, 20 years, that's kind of like easy. Epstein actually was like taken out, nigga. Like, they still don't want to drop the files on Epstein.
They're never gonna.
They couldn't possibly. What? Do you know how many people? We're not talking about motherfuckers like the Kardashians. We're talking about people that's judges, CEOs, COOs, people that literally got power behind multi-billion, multi-million companies that could be revealed on Epstein Island. That would never fucking happen. Bro.
Well, the reason it can't be released is because if you just look at it as like an item, it's a valuable item. So essentially, like it holds it's a valuable item, and it will be worthless if it was released. So there's no point to ever release it. The people who have it, that's their item they use in this work. It's like it's priceless to them.
But it's blackmail. But
exactly.
Again,
that's
one of the things that I feel like Diddy kind of took a page out of that book was blackmail. Like a lot of things that was quote unquote recorded at these Diddy parties and these all white parties is now in the bank of the FBI.
Oh, who was Diddy's mentor, Clive Davis?
Clive Davis.
Yeah. Apparently Diddy learned that
from him. I mean, honestly, it's like with Clive Davis, because he was the mastermind behind millions and millions of artists. Whitney Houston was one of them. The thing with Clive is, I feel like Clive introduced a lot of the cult tendencies in the industry and influence, because one of the vast majority of the influences was hip hop and R&B. And the fact that he was behind R&B and songwriting, it's like, it makes sense, you know, but at the same time, it's like, if Diddy did learn from Clive Davis, right? A lot of the people that came on Bad Boy was unsuccessful. So it's like he was kind of sort of the opposite of Clive. It was like he was kind of Clive, but like he must didn't learn all the good shit because he got caught. Clive never did.
Mm-hmm. Well, some of them never get caught.
Well, I mean, Clive is also Caucasian, though. It's like he kind of got a one up on that situation. With Diddy, I honestly think like he got too big for his britches. And that's why he was being exposed, honestly. I feel like his homosexuality has nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
I mean, that plays a part. But if you're going to be a part of the elites, quote unquote, that's one of the things you have to do.
Yeah, the gay doesn't have anything to do with it. Like, well, if the elites ever, if Palantir does take a hold, and I'm going to get marked for this and be labeled a pariah in the future. But Peter Thiel, he's a PayPal guy, runs Palantir right now. Mm-hmm. He's gay and openly has island sex parties with a bunch of gay dudes, right?
And nobody said anything.
No one, exactly. So like,
because gays don't complain.
It's not a gay thing. It's simply It was just like Diddy was just a lesser down peg.
No, like, I think more so because you talking about a guy that's openly gay. Diddy's not openly gay. Diddy's not open about his sexuality. He's actually afraid of, and I feel like that's part of the reason why he goes through most of the shit that he goes through. If Diddy was more so open with his sexuality and took on the fact that, I'm a guy, be open.
You ever watch the interviews with him like drinking and then like getting a little too frisky with dudes?
The one where he did with Fabulous?
Was it Fabulous?
It was him and Fabulous, and I think it was him and Fabulous at the Drink Champs.
That's it, yeah.
And he was like, "You don't miss me, Daddy," or some shit like that.
It was Fabulous. All right, I was like, yeah.
That
was I was trying to think who it was. I was like, yeah, he was like
the most cringiest fucking interview. And I think Fab was with Jadakiss at the time, which is also a real nigga. Shout out to Jadakiss. Shout out to the Locks, LOX, Chic Loops, Styles P, aka my favorite rapper, one of my favorite rappers, top 5, dead or alive. But yeah. Like, he was extra frisky when that liquor got into him.
Yeah, that was real funny. How come we a party together? He's like, we have party. He's like, we need a party.
No, we need a party. He was like, no, you don't call me like, you don't hang with me like you used to, Daddy. And don't get me wrong, New York had a whole era where a lot of their sayings was like pause. They would call niggas daddy. They were calling niggas sons. They were like it was a little, cause Styles P, my favorite rapper, not homosexual at all. Got a beautiful wife for the past 20 plus years, but some of his raps he'll call a man daddy, like I'm good daddy or hey daddy. That was a slang term. They didn't think I don't think it was homo at the time.
Well,
I don't know.
It was like the East Coast son and the West Coast cuz.
Yeah.
And then, but daddy is wild. Daddy's all. That's like.
Well, I mean, we call Philadelphia natives fuck color. We call any store that got Puerto Rican or Dominican poppy. We call it poppy stores.
All right. Well, okay. So when I was a young lad, a teenager, I was making my way down to Indiana to cop some heroin at the time, right?
Okay.
And I met a fella, and he was like, "Take my number, and then you call me next time." I'm like, "This is great. I'm new to the game. I don't know the
store, didn't he?
You right outside. Well, that's the only store down in Indiana. Second in Indiana. There's nothing around there.
Second Street. That's definitely anything from American and Lehigh.
Yeah, Second in Indiana. There actually is a poppy store right there. It's the only store around.
We call that Badlands.
But he was like, "Take my number down." I was like, "All right, what's your name?" He's like, "Poppy Chulo." So then I called him the next day, and I'm like, "Yo, what's up?" He's like, "What's good?" And I was like, "Is this Poppy Chulo?" And he was like, "What do you want?" And I was blah, blah, blah. And then like I did that for months, just calling this guy up and calling him Poppy Chulo.
I'm screaming. And I didn't be a joke.
Yeah,
you have to turn that into a joke, brother. Had to. Like, that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Honestly. And a Philadelphian would definitely get that. Because at the store, I sold drugs. I sold heroin maybe once or twice. Heroin is too much. You got to store it in rice, dry. It's just too much. My my drug of choice to sell was crack and weed. Heroin. I actually seen a girl actually do heroin in front of me. For the very first time, she was a sweet girl. I don't know where she at now. Hopefully she's still alive. But damn, I wish I knew who she was. But when she did that shit in front of me, because that was the first time I actually knew you could snort heroin. I don't promote drugs. The Sticky Room, we do not promote the use of drugs.
Yeah.
We're speaking experiences. And I actually an A baby. My mom was got clean in Narcotics Anonymous 1996, November 1996. You guys don't do drugs, but she actually snorted heroin in front of me, and that's when I knew I was like, heroin can be snorted? Because when I watched the movie Ray, when Ray Charles was doing, they were shooting it up. I didn't know heroin could be snorted. So I was like, but yeah, yeah, with the drug whole situation, I just didn't know, but I do know that any drug dealer tell you to meet you outside the poppy store. That's 9 times out of 10 this place to meet a motherfucker to get drugs. The poppy store.
It's weird that you would choose to sell crack. I would think that's the worst one,
Yeah.
Aside from them being very poignant and on time, I feel like they're the most annoying. You want to, feel like they'd be very annoying, knocking on windows in the middle of the night, kind of thing.
What?
Yeah, the crackheads are not fun to deal with.
I was fortunate because I'm also a crack baby. My mother actually raised me through partially of her addiction. She got clean in '96. I was 6 years old when my mom got clean off for drugs. So, I experienced most of her drug situation with her until my grandfather adopted me. Hence, I was raised by a North Carolina Southern man. And yeah. So it was kind of crazy because I had a nickname in the crack houses. Okay. They called me Rocky.
That's perfect.
That is fucking crazy because my hands. They said my fist was always balled up when I was like maybe 1 or newborn to 1 year old. I always had my hands balled up. Because my mom got clean in '96. I was born in '89. I'm 89, baby. Yes. So yeah. So it's crazy because a lot of my mom's recovery. My mom's birthday was a week ago, and she passed 5 years ago, July 11th. So my mom passed on 7/11. Her birthday was 8/14.
Okay.
So she passed right before her birthday. And when I say my mom got clean in the same area she used drugs, you know how hard the fuck that is? She got clean in the same area she used drugs. And it just so happened that my drug selling career was so good because most of the motherfuckers that did drugs after she got clean knew me from when I was a baby. So I was a successful drug dealer because my mom got off of drugs.
And they're like, hey, Rocky, what's good?
Right, but it's crazy because then we got another Philadelphian North Philly girl that's from North Philly. Her name is Rocky. She's actually a rapper. And shout out to Rocky. I love her music. She's from Taylor Street in North Philly. I'm from 17th New York. 15th New York to 17th New York, which is considered the heart of North Philly.
15, 17 New York, yeah.
That's the higher numbers.
Yeah, it's up there.
Lower numbers, we consider anything after, I want to say, 10th Street is considered Badlands. So like 2nd New York, 2nd and Cumberland, 2nd and Huntington, 2nd and Dolphin. That's Northern Liberty, I always kind of sort of suburban Kensington area.
I always consider Badlands,
Badlands for us or after Germantown and Lehigh?
I was gonna say Lehigh, Allegheny, Germantown to 12th, and then or 12th to Kensington Ave. You want to call it that?
Yeah.
Too.
Well, we consider Germantown and North. Well, I want to say North Philadelphians. North Philly considered from Germantown, Lehigh on up Badlands. So that's Germantown, Lehigh, going past Germantown. Frankfurt and Allegheny. Okay. Then you get into Northern Liberty. Then Kensington right there is the L. That's Kensington. When you get to Frankfurt, Allegheny, that's Kensington. But anything beyond that, from there, between there, is Badlands. Then you got Kensington, K&A. Then you got Roxborough, Port Richmond, Roxborough. Port Richmond, Roxborough is up here.
Well, then you
But
got
you get
yeah,
Port
then you
Richmond.
got Olney up there and Germantown.
Alany is like B&O. Broad and Alany and up. We consider that Alany. So you go from Logan to Alany. So Logan is like Broad and I want to say Loudoun. Broad and Loudoun, Broad and Belfield, all of that goes into Logan after 100 and Park. Because 100 and Park in before Logan is Nicetown.
Yep.
Then you go into Alany, B&O. Alany all the way up there. And then you go into Uptown. Like that.
I'm a fan of Nicetown.
Nicetown, yeah.
They had the scrapyard in Nicetown, so I was in Nicetown every day for a couple of years there. This one time I dissected some aluminum bleachers.
Oh shit.
Just found them, don't worry about where. And I put them on a shopping cart, like an Acme shopping cart, and I walked them 8 miles up Germantown Avenue to the Nicetown scrapyard. And as I was walking up, I got past like 100 cops. No one stopped me. You would think that's the most incredibly shady looking thing you've ever seen in your life, right?
You're right.
No one stopped me. I was like in the middle of Germantown.
At the end of the day.
I
They're not fuck. I'm telling you, now, if you were black pushing radiators, you would have been stopped immediately.
Okay, well, actually, all right. I've been pulled over because I'm white. Ready for this one?
Let's get it.
All right, I'm like I think about 19, and I'm driving a Kia minivan. Okay.
Okay.
And I am making a right onto Germantown off Indiana. Okay.
Germantown, Indiana.
Yep, I'm making a right on a Germantown off Indiana because I want to make a left on a Clearfield to go out to Broad. Okay.
Okay.
I'm now leaving Kensington. There's a cop who just turned off the road I want to turn on, so we are now intersecting. We lock eyes. And I'm like, this motherfucker's gonna pull me over. So I hit my turn signal, make my left, and I start book. I go, and I'm weaving. I'm changing my route. I'm weaving back there like Westmore, and I'm like, got back there, right? They find me, and they get me right before Broad. They pull me over. I'm like, hey, what you pull me over for? He's like, you need your turn signal. I'm like, I 100% use my turn signal. And I was like, why'd you pull me over? He's like, you didn't use your turn signal. I was like,
quota.
I was like,
do you remember what day it was? Do you remember what day it was? Was it a Tuesday or a Thursday?
I don't remember.
Quota. One thing about Philadelphia police that I've learned from being a hustler is that they days you start to learn is part of one of your rules of hustling. You gotta learn the days and the times that cops change shifts.
But the question lies, did I get pulled over because I was a white suburban looking kid turning off Indiana on a Germantown?
Yes. That's exactly why you got pulled over. I'm telling you now. That's exactly why you got. Because if that was a right getting turned off of Chestnut Street, you wouldn't have got pulled over. The fact that your ass was on Germantown and what?
Indiana. Yeah.
That's how you got pulled over.
Just saying now.
You in the hood.
I'm just
saying. You in the hood.
I got pulled over.
I know, all right, because you was okay. You wanted to die. You wanted to vote. It doesn't matter.
I need this.
I know. It's good. You got it. Poundcake is here to give it to you. No, for real though. I'm telling you, I honestly actually got pulled over with a gun and drugs in the car, and actually almost revealed the guns in the car while I got pulled over.
Oh, you shouldn't do that.
Almost though. Yeah. All right, here's the story, real quick. I'm driving without a license, registration, and no expired insurance.
Yeah, the North Philly special.
The North Philly special. Hence, it was my mom's car. Shout out to my mom. Love you, mom. PIP, holding it down. My mom had me driving a fucking car. Well, no, she didn't have me driving it. I was stealing it, taking it actually, when she fell asleep. Yeah. And I got pulled over, found out my mom that had no fucking insurance, no registration. I had no license. I had a half a pound of weed in the trunk. And I only had it because I was holding it for somebody that didn't want their shit to get stolen. So I'm like, hold it for you. My mom don't check. My mom don't do drugs. I ain't got to worry about nobody smoking it or stealing it. She would never know it's there. Wind up getting pulled over, going to the trunk because the cop asked me to check the trunk. At the end of the day, I just started studying somewhat rights, but I'm going to just be frank. Whether it's rights involved or not, motherfucker ain't going to listen to us. So motherfucker I got out the car, asked me to check the trunk. The fucking drugs is right there. The only thing is over it, I think, was a shoebox. Cause again, it was him from my mom. My mom don't go to the trunk. My mom don't go to the trunk. So it was him from my mom, but the only thing the fuck is over the drugs is the shoebox. I opened the fucking trunk, the drugs is peeking out at me. I can see it, the cop can. I'm like, oh shit, I'm going to jail. The shit is right there. I can see it. I don't know why the cop can't. And I'm like, yo, my ancestors definitely was protecting me. Because that would have been me driving out of license, but I didn't have a permit. I had a permit at the time. That was the only thing that saved me. Because with a permit, you're supposed to have someone 21 and over in the car.
Okay.
I didn't have no 121 over in the car, but when the cop pulled it, when I popped that fucking trunk, I could see the drugs. The cop could not see the drugs. It was like a veil was over his eyes for my protection. I don't know what the fuck that was, but God had me. Wasn't that like a drug trafficking charge I could have got?
Mm-hmm.
Because that was a half a pound of weed. So that's considered, I think anything over a certain amount of grams is considered trafficking.
Mm-hmm.
Whew. Thank you, God.
Yeah. I've had a couple close run-ins like that. Always fun, you know?
Yo, don't your heart be like, yo, it automatically you go to faith.
Mm-hmm.
God. Like,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
you automatically call on the Lord when you get through shit like that. Like, what?
I had one that was close like that, sort of, when I was like 16, like in high school. And we got pulled over, me and my friends, because we were smoking and driving around, because that's what you do.
At 16,
and we got pulled over, and we're all lined up outside of the car. And this is the cop who had actually literally just arrested me the week before. So he knows me very well, and he passed me down. But at the time, I took all these benzos I had on me, some Clonopins. Had a bunch of them, and I put them right here under my sock, right? And dude's patted me down. He goes in my shoe, and then goes right in my sock. And then I was like, no way, this dude's checking my socks. And I was just
out
like,
of nowhere.
just I know. And then he's about to go into this one, and I'd be like, pull my foot away. I was like, dude, you just arrested me last week. You think I'm gonna do anything bad? And he's like, just go sit down. I was like, bet. Thanks, dude. And I was like, it was like that far away.
Ooh.
And I was like, ooh. I was like, oh, thanks to whatever that was. Because the correct response should have been, why are you jerking away? Come here.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? And not to mention the fact that he checked your socks.
Yeah, he was like, what?
He has either a teenage kid or somebody that, like, the fact that don't nobody go for the socks, bro. I never know. I've watched searches. I've never really been a part of them. And the first time I was a part of a search, all the crack was in my wig. So they didn't find it.
I've seen them go through people's wigs. Oh, for sure. That's crazy.
They didn't go to my wig. I want to say I had maybe half the block work in my head.
That's crazy.
And they didn't go nowhere. But then again, you gotta think, like, this is my natural hair right here.
Mm-hmm.
But I wore a fro of like real curly hair. So I don't even know they would even talk, but it looked like mine. So that's probably why they didn't fuck with it. But yeah, my name actually got the whole block from me in search. Just my name. 2 Caucasian cops on the back block of Shady, North Philadelphia pulls up. Everybody outside has drugs on them.
Okay.
They pull over, they ask for IDs. I opted to give my ID up first because it's like I needed some type of distraction. And if y'all got the drugs in your ass, your wherever y'all got it, try to figure it out. Mm-hmm. Push it, hide it, throw it away, whatever you need to do. They pull my ID out. I don't have your typical quote-unquote African-American black urban name. My first name is Gretchen. German. Don't speak it, although I would like to. I don't know why I would like to know. I have a German name. I would like to know German a little bit.
German is cool. It's cool language, dude.
I
It's cool language.
don't know German, but yeah, I have an old white woman name or country singer. I know only country singers I know name of Gretchen. Gretchen Wilson. Is another Gretchen. I don't really know too many black Gretchens.
I've only met. Well, you're the first black Gretchen I've met for sure. I've only met a couple of Gretchens throughout my life.
We have that Y2K movie, Mean Girls, where you had Regina, Gretchen.
That's right. Yeah.
And I forget the other one name. Then you have Recess, Gretchen Grundler.
Gretchen was a bigger name, and
what, in the 40s? That's the
well,
old
the kid in our cartoon.
That's the old ass name.
What was Helga Pataki and Hey Arnold's sister's name? Was it Gretchen?
No.
No.
Was it? Or was it Greta? Gretchen.
Oh, maybe. I was in my head. I was like, well, maybe
Helga. Oh shit.
Hey,
Yeah. Gretchen is definitely an old ass name, but that's my first name. And I love doing that in the rooms that's diversified because I was like, can y'all imagine my name? Y'all would never guess that I'm a fucking Gretchen from the heart of North Philly.
It's good.
You would never know.
It's good.
I would bet a whole room $100 fucking bucks. They would never get.
Nah, it's a safe bet. You'd win more than lose.
I know.
You actually start running. You know what I'm saying?
All right, real quick before we cut off this segment, because I exposed my real name and not a lot of people know it. How I got my real name is the fucking most toxic, weird fucking way I could possibly get it. I'm a junior. My grandmother first name is Gretchen. I was named after my grandmother. How my grandmother got her name? My great-grandfather cheated on my grandmother with a white woman named Gretchen. What my grandmother did, which any black woman would do out of spite, was name her fucking child Gretchen after the mistress. So yes, I am named after a mistress, also a white woman named Gretchen.
I like that. That's
Ain't
good.
that a hell of a fucking story?
That's good history. Yeah.
That is good.
Yeah. I got named John because my dad's name's John. That's it. There's nothing good behind it. Nothing good at all. Not even basic.
John is just such a basic fucking name.
Hey, let's actually talk about old people names. John's one of the oldest names. That's an old name, dude.
John is in the Bible. John
That's
is
an
pretty
old
much
name.
in every John Doe. John is so fucking average. They got John Doe to represent a motherfucker who's not known John.
Yeah. That's actually kind of sad.
They even got toilets. John. They named John after the toilets after John.
Yeah, and guys who fans of Ladies of the Night, they're John.
Johns.
There's a lot of John.
A John or Joe. John and Joe are two names.
Catching strays, man.
That catch.
Bad. We don't deserve it too. I don't think so. If you look throughout the history of time too, historically, there's not a lot of evil, bad Johns, okay? There's a lot of good Johns.
There's a lot of good Johns.
You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of good Johns and good Joes.
Why are we? Yeah, there's a lot of good Joes and Johns.
Another serial killer that's fictional that I love, Joe, off of You on Netflix. That's one of my good series. I actually met a fucking boy. He was like 23, 24 at... Shout out to my guy Mario at What's That Smell comedy show out in the burbs. I met him out there. He was so fun. He reminded me of Joe.
Okay. Mario reminds you of the serial killer, Joe?
He did. Up on Netflix. And I don't know why that turns me on. I don't know, because I like danger, maybe? But his name wasn't Joe. What's his name? I don't know. But he reminded me of Joe.
Well, shout out to Mario.
Mario! Love you, bro. London Duran, Mario, my bros, Dylan and Chase. Love all you guys. And my guy, Nagel, with the cream cheese, a.k.a. I don't know. I want to kind of call you a nickname. I have a nickname for you. I gotta give it to you, though.
The nickname that's been going... Oh, nah, I shouldn't say that. Well, whatever. I didn't make it. I've been getting introduced on stage a lot as My Nagel.
My Nagel. I love it. Because I kind of sort of wanted to say something close. Yeah, I love that, Nagel. I love that, My Nagel.
That's kind of what. Yeah.
My nigga.
I haven't heard a lot of hate about it, so that's fine. That's good. You
Yeah,
know.
that's
Yeah.
good. I
Yeah.
mean, and you've been locked up. You
Yeah.
know, you cool as shit.
Holy shit, dude.
You hella tatted.
Yeah, I'm hella tatted.
Hella tatted. And what else? I mean, you're a Taurus. Like, you're pretty much
Taurus.
2% short of fucking perfect.
Yeah, we can talk about how perfect I am. Actually, all right. Tauruses are probably the best. That's true.
Shout out to my pop and my son.
I was born on a Friday the 13th. Does that mean anything?
Oh, I got kicked out of graduation, 6th grade graduation on Friday the 13th. So I'm not really. Also, I'm a major horror fan. Shout out to my guy, Jason Voorhees, aka, I forgot his real name. Damn.
Jason Voorhees' his real name?
Yeah,
His real name? It's not Jason Voorhees?
No, his real name, the guy that played him. I
Wait.
forgot.
Oh, the guy who plays and
Yeah,
I don't know
I
that
forgot
guy's
his real
name.
name.
Oh.
But yeah, because I signed up for the Face of Horror. It was a contest that I was trying to become the next person in a Jason movie.
Oh yeah.
It was called the Face of Horror, and I sent it out to everybody. There you go. What's his real name? Jason Voorhees' real name.
Jason Voorhees.
He also played Michael Myers too.
Well, there's a couple of them.
No, it's just one.
It's
That
just
one right there.
one?
The second one.
The second one, that guy?
Yep.
Kane Hodder?
Kane Hodder. That's the original Jason.
Okay.
And he also played Michael Myers too. Kane
did he?
Hodder.
He played both? That's pretty sick.
Ain't that sick? And Camp Crystal Lake is only 2 hours away. The real actual Camp Crystal Lake is only in Jersey.
Ooh.
I'm planning on going to visit there.
There's some cool stuff in Jersey I just found out about.
Yo, Jersey is fucking lit.
Dude, there's a giant dinosaur excavation place right in like only 45 minutes away from here. I'm going.
When I
I-
go?
All right, you can come. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like I just looked it up. I was watching a podcast by paleontologists. Jersey is like the epicenter of dinosaurs.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So I'm
Yeah,
going.
I gotta go with you, bro.
What?
I gotta go.
There's a lot of cool
you,
stuff
your
out there,
lady,
man.
I don't care. I have to go. That's decent.
Yeah.
That's fucking decent. Jersey is so big. It is. It seems not that small, but Jersey is fucking huge. When I went to Jersey, last place I went to out of Jersey before, because I party and venture out to New York a lot. Experience is a place called Experience. It's a nice restaurant club called Experience. Restaurant club type vibe. That's like maybe I want to say 25 minutes from New York. I didn't know Jersey stretched that far. Cause I don't know the parts.
Mhm.
You got North Jersey and South Jersey. All I know is North Philly. I don't fucking know. So the fact that Jersey go like last place I went out Jersey was the movie Violin, New Jersey, and that's like 45 minutes away.
Uh-huh.
But I would have never known
Uh-huh.
that
Yeah.
Jersey was so big.
Yeah, if you've got from Cape May to like Newark, it's gonna take you like 4 hours easily.
And that's the thing. I didn't know Cape May was still considered Jersey.
Yeah.
I had a teacher, Miss McLaughlin. Shout out to Miss McLaughlin, who also turned into be my godmom, my white godmom, Miss McLaughlin. Short, thorough ash Irish lady, didn't take no shit. And we only became cool because I was a rebel and she was my science teacher. And when I say she had the balls of a fucking 6'4" man, and she was about my height at the time, like, and I thought because I was like this urban inner city person, I was gonna scare her ass. Yeah, Mrs. McLaughlin had me scared. Mrs. McLaughlin didn't take no shit. She was like, one day I think I came into class loud, and she said, "Listen, when you come in here, I want you to come in here like a rat pissing on cotton." I was like, what does that mean? I don't know. What the fuck? A rat pissing on cotton? I mean, quiet. But the way she said it, it was just like, oh shit. Like, my grandma wasn't an ain't shit motherfucking lady. So the fact that she came off with that vibe, I was like, she earned my respect from the rip. Ever since then, she became my godmom. Not knowing that she traveled from Cape May every morning to teach a class in 29th and Allegheny. Every morning she drove from Cape May to 29th and Allegheny.
That's too far for that torture.
How far is Cape May from 29th and Allegheny?
It's easily 2 hours.
So she drove 2 hours a day just to teach us?
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
She so it was like, you ever watch that movie with Sandra Bullock when she's a teacher? Or like, what's it? You ever seen like
Is it the Notebook? What is it? I mean, not the Notebook. Not the Notebook.
Oh, there's one called The English Teacher. It's basically like The Blind Side, or it's the same movie where basically the lady goes into the inner city and tries to save the kids.
like kind of like Criminal Minds. Criminal Minds was the very first kind of movie like that. That was with Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah, it's basically the same. They've done like 20 times the same movie.
It's always good to see a cute white woman come into the inner city hood and try to help us. I love it.
Oh, that's pretty sick. It's like a real life version of that.
Okay. No, what the fuck is that movie? I know what you're talking about. It's something about where she gets the kids to write into a notebook or some shit like that.
Yeah. Well, I just looked up Hope Floats. That's definitely not it.
No, what?
The English Teacher?
Is it English Teacher? I don't know. But Sandra Bullock is my fucking baby. I love her.
The Blind Side?
The Blind Side is about her getting the football player that was supposed to be kind of like illegitimate.
I got a bone to pick with The Blind Side.
Well, he actually had a bone. Whoever, or I forget the actual actor name. They said that he wasn't that like slow like they portrayed. Michael Orr.
Yeah.
They tried to make it seem like he was really like super slow when he really wasn't. Like,
so I'll enlighten you a little bit into the case.
Okay.
He was basically suing them because they took all the money and rights from it, right? But why did they do that? Because when they adopted him, they saw his talent, right? And they knew he was going. That's why they pushed him so hard in football. So they basically signed a conservatorship over like what Britney Spears' parents did, right? So he got the Britney Spears treatment.
Oh,
so he was suing because he's like, yo, you're making all this money off me, blah, 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 blah. But if you think about it, they adopted this kid, made him make football, took all of his money, then made him. And basically, The Blind Side is a real life 21st century documentary of actual slavery.
Damn.
If you really think about it, is it not?
I mean, kind of put you in the mind of the pianist that was back in like the 17 or 1800s that they got that he was blind. Big guy. He was probably like 6 something. He was blind and actually had him play the piano in the circus all the way around. He never got royalties for it, never got anything for it because he was black at the time, but kind of sort of like that. Yeah. So they basically put him into used his talents to, like, you know. I mean, well, at least the movie was good. Okay, fuck. The real story, yeah, it's fucked up, but at least the movie was good. And I love Sandra Bullock. You can never get me to hate Sandra Bullock. I fucking love.
We big Sandy fans.
I love Sandra Bullock. I remember the last big thing I heard about Sandra Bullock, like outside of her acting, was when her husband, I guess, cheated on her or did some crazy shit with. Like, who does that to Sandra Bullock?
It was that Jesse James guy, right?
You know what I mean? Wasn't he like a tattoo artist, like biker boy?
No, I believe he built motorcycles. If I'm not mistaken. I think he had one of those motorcycle build shows they had on TV.
Yeah, he was like a motorcycle guy. I mean, they're douches anyway, but they're like I feel like they like the white bad boys. Like, we got the hood guys that sell drugs, shootouts. Yeah. And y'all got the motorcycle guys. Yeah. It's like bad.
Everyone likes a bad boy.
Everybody like, whether you want, we love a bad boy. If I was to do, like, I would definitely be, if I was Caucasian, I think I would be part of a biker gang.
Easy
I think I would be a part of a biker gang because, for one, I love leather. For two, bad tattoos, leather, and like loyalty. I'm with.
I mean, my friend Angelo pulls up to the comedy club all the time on a motorcycle.
Is he single?
And he's successful with the ladies. They like it. You know, and it's like, in my head, I'm like,
something about leather, motorcycles, and bad decisions that make you feel like, just had me waking up for like I'm like a blind bombshell. Like, dude, I ain't gonna lie, I am on the prowl for like some white chocolate. Like, I gotta get me a white guy.
All right, you heard it here.
I had one, but he don't count because he was mixed. I need full-blooded white guy.
Yeah, she's looking for Aryan.
No. I don't want to do, like, I like being choked, but not to the point where as though I'm dead and unalive in somebody's backyard. No. I'd rather be, if I'm going to get white chocolate, full blood, I'd rather someone that want to keep me alive, okay? And he would have to be kind of sort of a nerd. / bad boy. So like a bad boy nerd white guy.
All right. I was thinking like Viking descent, Nordic descent.
I love Vikings. And by the way, I love the Vikings because they try to make it seem like it wasn't no black Vikings, but definitely was some black Vikings back in the day. It was.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the shit the Vikings did just got black people all over it.
Yeah.
Well, wait, what was that? What was that? What was that? What was that Viking show? They only had like one black Viking or two black. Like, hold up. There was more niggas back then. That's the only thing I dislike about certain shows, man. They make it seem like certain diversities wasn't around. That pisses me off.
What were the Vikings doing that definitely black people would do?
Shit. Let me go into my history with Vikings because I honestly want to go to Iceland. I don't know. I mean, that's where the quote unquote the Vikings originally settled. But I think it was more so just living off the land, you know, just being able to take fucking whatever resources you got and make them into something.
All right.
That's the closest I can think.
All right. Because like,
besides the barbaric behavior, quote unquote, the barbaric behavior. Hey, we ain't on a trip. We already know. We about to camp. I'm just saying, before we ate each other, we would eat the fuck animal anything. A lot of times, certain descents, they would eat fucking humans. I don't see us eating each other.
Because when you're like, some of the things that Vikings were doing, black people do, and I'm like, what the Vikings just like killing people?
Resources. That's it. That's what survival.
Pretty sure there's robbing people, if I'm not mistaken. Is that what you're saying?
Honestly, to be honest with you though, Vikings definitely were some fucking like. You ever seen the Northern Man?
No, I don't think so.
The Northman, the Northern Man, or the Northman? Google it real quick. The Northman or the Northern Man? That shit was about I think some type of history line about the Vikings. I think it's called the Northern Man or the Northman. Is that it?
The Northern Man.
The Northern Man.
2022 epic document or drama film.
Okay,
about is that
Vikings,
it?
Right?
It looks like it. Oh yeah.
It was about the Vikings.
Oh yeah, that looks rad, huh?
And I was looking at that movie. I'm like, damn, like they only got like maybe 1 or 2 black extras in the bitch. Like that was a really good fucking movie. And I was like, I need to look into that because a lot of history was kind of like rewritten and for the benefit of the doubt of other situations. But I just be like, fuck that. Let's just reveal the whole truth. I want to see what part of the country that my ancestors or could possibly be in because me personally, I feel like I'm everything.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say everything, I'm just talking about I love everything. I love like culture.
I
love culture. I'm connected.
You accept everything.
I do. The fuck it. I mean, honestly, like, you know, you can label me and call me what you want to call me, but I'm open to I love culture. Let me just say it. I love culture. And I think me being open and susceptible to everything is more so like me just being able to experience diverse backgrounds, being able to experience the Irish background, being able to experience, you know, Polish, oh, you're Irish?
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Good amount, yeah.
I mean, you kind of favorite.
Irish and German.
Okay.
Gretchen.
See? So we related a little bit. We could be. You never know. Because, you know, every president is related. Did you know that?
Yeah, I think it was like all of them, right?
Except for, even Barack is fucking related to other president.
No, don't get me started on the president. Don't get me started on the president.
Do we got more time?
I got conspiracies for you.
You really?
Yeah, dude.
Come on. I want to hear something. Just give me one. Then I gotta go to the bathroom again. Sorry, it's the bird game.
Well, like I think all the presidents, they're just basically all pawns. Essentially, there hasn't been a real election since Kennedy. Essentially, all the presidents have dark secrets. But like the thing you have to accept about people in history is you got to take the time they're in and then accept that they're like gonna do evil things. I think since LBJ, all the presidents have been essentially shadow figures. You get it.
Yeah, I do.
And we can talk about each one individually. Dark shit.
And
Well, yeah, I can have a president's episode.
yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So what do you want? You got anything coming up you want to talk about?
So right now I'm just in the midst of, organizing comedy, my comedy life more so, getting everything into perspective and order, more structure. Again, shout out to my girl Tata Cherie. Her career is amazing. The first Black female to win Philly's Funniest. And
2024 champion.
Yes, you already know. And one of just amazing and beautiful women that I've encountered. She's definitely been one of my support systems in comedy, far as just looking at her craft, looking at her grow, just us being two big, beautiful Black women that's fucking funny is everything to me. So shout out to her. I always shout her out because she's actually one of the first people that put me in my first comedy club.
Sure.
Yeah, so I performed at Helium for the very first time because of her. The second time because of her, because they booked me because they seen me the first time.
Nice.
So definitely love that. And I most recently performed at Punchline for the very first time. So I actually kind of got like my feels in the comedy club. I want more, honestly, but yeah. So I do have my own room, Chatty and Cake, and that's me and my sister, Chatty and Cake Comedy. Right now we were stationed at Jacobs Northwest, Black-owned restaurant in the uptown area of Philly, 7152 Ogonta Avenue. But we're actually about to bounce around and convert to an open mic. So look forward to that. Chatty and Cake Comedy, open mic edition. What else? Me and my girl, we're working on something. Me and my girl Mary, we're working on Icing on the Cake podcast / open mic. Look forward to that in the near future. Also, if you guys need any essential items delivered, for 20 items delivered, anything you need delivered, shout out to my guys, we deliver. And it's definitely a dope business that can get all your items, whatever it is, shirts, whatever, essentials we deliver, will definitely deliver to your front door.
Sick.
Yeah.
I always hate when people aren't delivering,
We need more actual deliverers because Amazon drivers burn me out.
Ooh.
It pisses me off.
Oh, just let anyone be one these days.
It's the same thing. I said, is that the new trap? Is that the new hustle? Just become an Amazon driver now?
Yeah, pretty much. I don't understand what's happening. I was like, oh, am I about to get robbed by this Honda Civic porno? Oh no, just my Amazon package.
And that's the thing. When it was the trucks, I was okay. It was like, okay, you in the truck. But when it became Amazon Flex, and you got niggas dropping off packages in the Honda Prius, like smoking weed, people just chilling. There's like 5 people in your car banging trap music with your package. It's like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get like a Karen. Like, hold up, is this safe? Let me call my customer service. I am a Prime member.
Yeah, I mean, a Prius is okay. I think I had a 95 Sunfire pull up the other day. I was like, what is this? No, there have to be regulations here.
I got a Thunderbird. But like, what? 95 Sunfire fires. It's crazy. No, seriously, like, I honestly just like the fact that they got just anybody just doing Amazon now. Like, I was a little bit more secure when I seen like kind of like FedEx looking guys and UPS looking guys driving. When I just start seeing anybody, I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah. Bezos, raise your standards.
Oh my gosh, I will never forget the time that I found out him and his wife got a divorce and I DM'd them shooting my shot. I mean, it's a hell of a long shot that Jeff Bezos will go after an obese Black woman, but you never know.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's got their thing.
It's the confidence that I have in myself, okay?
Yeah. I mean, I see no downside to that. What's the worst that could happen?
Like,
you end up a billionaire?
I shot my shot. Like, what the fuck? Like, okay.
Worst case scenario, no. Best case scenario, I'm a billionaire.
Yeah, like, it's like, bro, I mean, I'm giving head to the worst guys, like broke guys. They have no money. So to give head to a billionaire, that would my pleasure. Actually, this one is on our house. Ain't that
Strong.
funny? Like, it's like women would definitely, or men would definitely give, like, they give free pussy to the people that got money or free dick to the people that got money, opposed to actually taxing it. It's like, no, I kind of want to lower the men so I could constantly get the money. I think that's what it be.
I get it. I shoot shots sometimes too. I messaged Brandon Graham last week to see if he wanted to come on. We haven't heard back from you yet, Brandon Graham.
Brandon Graham, where you at, bro?
What's up, dude? Just saying.
All right. Or you know, we could get Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts, shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles,
Jalen,
by
you
the
seem
way.
like a very talkative fellow.
You very talkative, and you got a lot of wisdom and jewels to drop, Jalen. So come on here, come
People
to the
love
sticky
every
room,
word he
Jalen.
says, dude. Come on, dude.
Oh my gosh! And I just found out he got a girlfriend now. He's actually taken off the market.
Yeah, I think he got married, if I'm not mistaken.
Married.
Oh.
There were my chances.
Oh. All these good fellas getting
I'm
married.
more like a Saquon kind of girl, though. Saquon is cute.
Yeah, a lot of girls are about Saquon, huh?
Saquon is cute. Don't get me wrong. I like Kelsey too because I like the big guy. I love a teddy bear. I love a big guy. I ain't gonna lie. Even though I'm a big girl, I love a big guy. But the big guys isn't mainly taken. They got the little skinny girls. They like the skinny girls that can lift up. They don't like really like a challenge. Because if you like lifting weights, you would get a big one. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Saquon.
Saquon.
Well, you are married with kids, but if...
Oh, wait, Saquon married with kids? Damn. All right, Saquon. Who else is on the roster?
Saquon married to a white lady with kids.
Saquon. I mean, I can't hate girl. Listen. Because, I ain't gonna lie. I'm a girl's girl. So that means whatever color. Girlfriend. You clock that T, honey. You got that one. I know that's right. That's one thing I can't say about my vanilla wafers. If they gonna go dark chocolate, they gonna make sure they get the exquisite dark chocolate. I ain't mad at y'all at all, baby. I ain't mad at y'all at all.
Yeah, you got it.
Get it how you get it, baby. Our sisters, sometimes we fumble a little bit, but y'all, it's all right. It's cool. We fumble. It's all right. It's cool. We got CC. We got Russell back on the right side. We got him on the other side. I'm just saying. We got Sierra. I'm just saying. But you know, you win some, you lose some. You win, but you live. You live nobody nowadays. I mean, listen, you know who I find funny when we talk about football players? He's retired now, but Cam Newton. I love Cam Newton.
He's funny.
Cam Newton was beefing with Gilly the kid. You know, Gilly from Philly.
Yeah, Cam got terrible takes, but he's funny.
What you mean terrible takes?
He always be talking trash on Jalen.
Oh, listen, I don't think Cam hates on Jalen. I just think Cam is just an opinionated guy, you know, that, you know, he's going to speak his mind. Cam going to speak his mind. I don't know, because let me just say this. I love football. I've played football, for those who don't know. I love football. I just feel like it's a competitive sport. So even when you are a competitor outside of being retired, you always going to talk shit. I feel like that y'all talk, that's where talk shit is breaded in sports.
What's with the hat, though?
I love Cam again. Cam, even though I love Gilly, Northside, EA all day. I like Cam because Cam is unapologetically Cam, just like Gilly is unapologetically Gilly, right? But Cam is more so like that conservative petty. It turns me on a little bit more when it comes to conservative petty. Like Cam is not cursing every other word. Cam is actually using vernacular, but Cam. So that because I'm a sapiosexual, that kind of turns me on. Not to say that, you know, other people can't, but it's just something about Cam when it comes to him being himself and him and the ascots. You know, like who was that off of Scooby-Doo that wore the ascot? Fred.
That's what I'm saying. You know, there's only one person in history wore one.
But the fact that he dares to be the fuck different fucks with. I'm a Cam Newton fan, and not just because I'm a North Carolina bred girl, because I never lived in North Carolina. That's where my family from, Rocky Mount, North Carolina. Stand up, you feel what I'm saying? But it's just the fact that he is okay with just being weird. Like when Cam bust out with the crop tops and the hats and the ascots and the form-fitting bell-bottom jeans and all. Niggas in the NFL wasn't dude. That was like Iverson back in the late '90s, early 2000s, dressing like a rapper. Well, they could quote unquote dressing like a thug. Iverson was coming in with the chains, the baggy, exactly, the long shirts. When Cam came out dressing like how he wanted to dress, basketball. Russell Westbrook, he came out dressing like how he liked it. I feel like it was just niggas been wanting to dress like this.
Yeah, but we could cool it with the basketball fellas in their outfits. I think we could probably simmer down a little bit on those.
Why? You don't think the basketball guys? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. A couple of them was dressing a little zesty.
Bro, Ben Simmons, you ever seen it? He can't even play anymore, but he decides to show up every night looking like some sort of fuzzy clown. Why are we doing this?
I mean, Ben Simmons should do chiropractic commercials. Ben Simmons should do chiropractic commercials. Oh, my back, yeah, okay. But no, I don't know. I never really gave a fuck about business. I mean, I know.
Yeah, I'm just saying, it's the Kyle Kuzma. I don't know. There's like fashion, and why are we wearing fashion runway stuff? Leave it.
Yeah,
come in ball shorts.
Okay, bro.
Come in ball shorts. You know what I'm saying?
But that's hence. Go back to AI. The answer is like AI dressed like how he wanted to dress. It wasn't his problem that everybody picked up on the trend, and now it became a thing where as though you got basketball players that's multimillionaires dressing like thugs, but it was just like AI is a Virginia hood guy. I mean, he dressing like how he dressed at home. It just so happened to be trendy because y'all wanted to dress in, suits. Jordan and them was coming to the shows, and the game, showing up in the games doing that walk with the briefcase and the suits. Mm-hmm. AI came with the sweatband, the wristband, the long shirts, the gold chains, like looking like a rapper. Everybody else picked up on it. And it was just like, they actually banned that from the league. Like, you gotta dress now, guys. I guess now, 15, 20 something years later, everybody dressing like, what's the guy that owned Rick Owen? You got niggas that's coming in dressed like Rick Owen. Rick Owen is the owner of that banging ass brand. He's a tall white guy with long hair that kind of look like a vampire. Type in Rick Owens and look up Rick Owens. Rick Owens is his clothing line, his brand, his line is doing amazing. He's high fashion, Rick Owens, but for some odd reason, I don't know, out of nowhere, he's just, that's his clothes and his shoes. Now look at him. Look like a fucking villain. He looks straight off a Twilight movie.
Yeah, I mean that's a good look.
Yeah, that's a good look. But he's popular as crap, and it's like that's how most of your basketball players and people that's in fashion is dressing. You gotta think about it. Coco Chanel, Alexander McQueen, Balenciaga, all of those guys is wearing high-end fashion brands, so they start dressing like the high-end fashion brands.
Well, don't get me started on Coco Chanel.
Oh, man. What you going to say about the iconic Queen Chanel? How could you dare talk about Chanel?
She was like, just chilling one day in Europe, and when a certain party from Germany rolled in town, and then she was like, you know what I need to do?
What?
Marry one of these German officers. So she married a Nazi. Oh. And that's how Coco Chanel became famous.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, she married a Nazi officer after her country got taken over. Shout out Coco Chanel.
I mean, listen, given the circumstances, again, fight or flight. She's a woman. I'm not looking at the fact that she was dealing with a Nazi. I'm looking at the fact that the bitch may do what she needs to do to survive. You married a Nazi, okay? That's if today and tomorrow. If we had to listen, if I got to get a blonde hair, blue eye tomorrow in order for me to be alive, I can do that. I'm sorry.
They were at the time they were the winning team. You can't blame her for wanting a championship. They didn't make the run. They blew their Achilles out at the end,
I
but
didn't know that. Thank you for one again. I love the fact that I've learned, certain parts of history from different walks of life. Because I would have never knew that she married a Nazi officer.
a lot of stuff comes from that time in Germany.
Yeah.
Fanta, we all love Fanta and orange soda.
I just bought a Fanta orange soda.
Shout out.
Oh,
Third
Kenan
Reich.
and Kel. Remember Kenan and Kel? He loved orange soda.
Yeah. But they were pushing Third Reich there.
Wasn't they pushing it?
They were really
Ooh.
they were turning the kids onto that hard.
I ain't gonna lie, right? So it was this fucking letter or number that back in the day they used to draw. And I wound up drawing a swastika on my fucking page. Like, I don't know why I drew it.
You're trying to draw the S.
And I was trying to draw the S and ended up with it. When I connected, ended up drawing a swastika. Mind you, I didn't know what the fucking swastika was. Don't cancel me. Okay,
Perfectly
people?
reasonable mistake.
I did not know that's what I would draw. But then again, my mom also had me watching back in the day Higher Learning. That movie when it was the skinheads versus it was on the college camp. Have you ever watched Higher Learning? Good. I'm glad. You have to watch Higher Learning.
Okay.
Higher Learning is the funny one. The funny white guy that's in the movie, what the fuck is his name? What movie is it? He plays the movies where he's like, he got red hair, tall, skinny, long nose. What the fuck is his name? Damn, I can't think of it. But Higher Learning, type it in now. Ice Cube was in it. Omar Epps, he's from Juice. It's a 90s movie when we basically bridged the gap with whites and blacks. And basically was trying to bring more orange stream diversity and unity and messages back in like the 90s. Higher Learning was one of those movies when it was a college. A brother made it out of the hood, went to college, and it was this white guy that was basically getting picked on, who wound up finding family with the Aryan brothers and became one of the first snipers. I think it's based off an actual story too. Okay. But it just so happened to be a black director that kind of did it from both point of views. From his point of view of not fitting and wound up finding Aryan brothers, and the guy that, made it out the hood wound up going to college and wound up being a victim. Not a victim, but his girlfriend wound up being a victim to a mass shoot. Nigga like wrote names down, like it's crazy. Higher Learning, this is a good movie.
Shout out Higher Learning, shout out Ice Cube. We're a big fan of Ice Cube.
We love Ice Cube.
We talk about Ice Cube a lot on the show.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I fucking love Ice Cube. I love Ice Cube because he's a genius, not because he just being a genius. I love the fact that he can actually make comedy in a good fucking movie. Like, and then he wound up having a son that possesses the same gene. Ain't that dope? Like his son O'Shea Jr. His son is in movies too. Like fucking Den of Thieves too, and that shit was amazing. Did you see it?
Mm-mm.
You gotta see Den of Thieves too.
Okay.
Amazing, like amazing. It was also like him and Russell Crowe. Like, was definitely a bond that I needed to see on screen. Like, they actually bonded. You ever seen Den of Thieves in person?
No. Love me some Russell, though.
What is his nationality originally? Because he got an accent.
Australian.
He's Australian? Mm-hmm. I love me Russell Crowe. Russell Crowe and, who was the guy that played in The Town? You seen The Town?
A bunch.
Oh, all right, so not Ben Affleck. Of course,
Leo,
we know Ben Affleck.
And then
what was his nationality? The guy, the one with the shortcut.
I mean, they're all in that movie. They're all supposed to be like Irish.
Irish.
Yeah.
No, then it's not.
Mark. There's Leo.
Yeah, Leo. It got to be Leo. The one that was real like grungy.
I mean, yeah, he's kind of grungy.
Yeah, it got to be Leo. But speaking of Irish, my sexy brothers. Boondock Saints.
South.
Oh my God. You've seen Boondock Saints. You had to. You're Irish. You got to. That fucking prayer before you. I ain't gonna lie. I had a dream. I did that shit because I always wanted to be a vigilante, like kill the bad people. And it was like, and that's kind of sort of what they were doing. Kind of sort of. But it was the Irish prayer that they said before they actually killed people. It was like, and then I'm like, I mean, it would be a contradiction because I'm Muslim, but I just thought that was so cute that they said a prayer before they killed the motherfucker.
Yeah, the Irish jihad.
Real rap. Like, I just love Boondock. Listen, I grew up off of gangster and horror movies, mafia movies, The Godfather, the Bronx Tale, Boondock Saints. Even though that's still a gangster. Kill the Irishman, actually a true movie about my guy that ran the union that was actually a gangster. It was hard as fuck to kill him. Who else? What else movies? All the mobster movies, mafia movies. I was raised up on all that shit. I loved every last moment of it. I'm mad as shit I can't act it out in real life instead of going to jail like they did. But oh man, Bumpy Johnson. Shout out to Bumpy Johnson, Godfather of Harlem, man. He actually formed a bond with the Italians, which was like one of the things that you thought you would never see coming up in like the 50s and 60s. They actually they didn't like his ass, but they dealt with him. That's the only reason why I figured Frank Lucas, if y'all don't know, we're talking about now we're going into actual real like crime families that only Bumpy Johnson was the only real crime family that actually was successful as far as blacks. Because
again, Russell Crowe.
Right. He played in that movie, American Gangster. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I love when they talk about have you ever heard of our version of Jimmy Hoffa? Frank Matthews.
Okay.
You gotta look him up. Frank Matthews is one of the American gangsters, one of the black guys that actually never been found. The FBI is still looking for Frank Matthews till this day. And he disappeared in the 70s. He emptied out all his accounts, picked up his side bitch, left his wife, and disappeared off the face of the earth since the 70s. They actually found Jimmy Hoffa, didn't they?
No, I don't think so.
No? I thought they did. I thought they actually found Jimmy Hoffa. Frank Matthews is still on the run till this day. They haven't found him.
Probably in the middle of the ocean.
Well, I mean, you ain't lying. A fucking dirty cop could have found his ass, killed him, instead of turning him in, took all his fucking money. And that could be possible. I will hope for the black community that Frank is still alive. Like, give us some hope, Frank.
You need a legend still running around.
Yeah, we do.
Like DB Cooper jumped out of a plane. We all hope he made it.
We all.
Yeah.
Now, give me some backside on him.
He it was a long time. It was like back in like the 50s or something. I think it might have been the 70s, but it was DB Cooper. He basically got a bunch of money, robbed a bank, I believe. Then he got on a plane, and then he ended up jumping out of the plane and parachuting. But he ended up jumping out in the middle of a storm, and then they never found him. And they like have sketches of him. He's like famous and named DB Cooper. But apparently they did find some money washed up along the stream close to there, like years later. But they never found him. Yeah, so they don't know if he made it or not.
DB Cooper.
DB Cooper. Yeah.
Damn, is there any movies?
I don't know if there's a DB Cooper movie.
I feel like that's worthy of a fucking movie now. I feel like if they could do Sarah Hart, what's her name? The shorty that flew that they never found.
Oh, Olivia Earhart.
Yeah.
Yeah, she disappeared around the Bermuda Triangle for sure, though. They never found her, but that's definitely where she went down. I don't think there's a DB Cooper movie though. But yeah, rad dude. Oh wait. Yeah, back in the 70s.
Damn, they make a new one.
Have an old guy.
Oh, we gotta see who would have picked that up.
Yeah, 81.
81.
Yeah.
DB Cooper.
Yeah.
And he got a suit with glasses. That was the last known picture of him. The nigga looked like an agent.
Well, they don't know who he was, so all I got is the drawing of him.
Are you serious?
Yeah, pretty badass drawing, right?
Yes, that's fire. I don't know. He kind of looked like a brother.
Yeah, I mean, yep.
He kind of let me see.
Kind of looks like an alien.
That too. But he kind of, like the far as...
Looks like an alien.
He do look like an alien right there. Well, when you go over there, he kind of like...
Right?
Yeah. Kind of look like a brother.
Awesome. Well, to be honest, I feel like if he's back in the 60s and he was black, they would have nailed him for it. They would have made him very dark.
That's true.
You know,
I mean,
every
the fact
person on that
that
plane would be like, that guy was black.
you know, the only reason why I feel like that could be the opposite of that is because I rarely hear a DB Cooper. This was the first time I ever heard his name.
Yeah.
So
cool
he
dude.
might have been a brother. You never know. It's out. DB Cooper generation. We never know. Family, descendants.
Yeah. DB Cooper's trying to come out.
Wait. So where is he originally from?
They don't know. They don't know who he is.
Really?
That's not even his real name. That's just what they called him.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah.
What the fuck?
They don't know who he is. He just disappeared and got away.
With what though? Because now I'm confused. Now I'm intrigued. Yeah, like I need to know.
DB Cooper stole $200,000 in $20 bills and 4 parachutes, but his identity and fate remain a mystery after he parachuted from the hijacked Boeing 727 on November 24th, 1971. Authorities found a small portion of remains of money years later, but the majority of the cash has never been recovered.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Shout out DB Cooper.
Shout out DB
wherever
Cooper.
you are. I mean, honestly, that's a
71 is not that far ago.
That's a 35-year-old man.
Yeah.
In 71, that's about
so he's
54
like
years ago. That's an 85-year-old man right now.
Damn.
Where are you at, DB? Living on an island with that 200,000 back in 71.
Like, come on, you need a sugar baby. DB is living his best life. I guarantee you, he probably got non-facial recognition surgery. What else? The thing about plastic surgery is like you got some underground shady doctors that would do some work on you for like a couple $100,000 and.
$200,000 back in 1971 was worth $1,595,000 today. So
Yeah.
he basically got away with 1.6 million.
He's 80 now. He probably looked like he's in his 40s with facial reconstruction surgery. DB, listen, brother. You defeated the system. I love that.
Some people play and some people win. DB won.
DB won.
Or he died. We don't know. But
we like the hope.
Want him.
Yeah.
That's the point of this is we hope he's out there.
We hope he's out there. Like just like Sarah. What was that? Olivia Earhart?
Yeah.
Her story is very interesting too. It's the fact that she never was fine. I think people were trying to say she was a communist, wasn't they? Trying to say she was.
Oh yeah, but they were leaving Evelyn Commie back in the day. What? I mean, there was a bunch of them.
It's like, what was the whole thing with the communists?
Well, communism. There was Mao's China and Russia were basically the most famous ones. Then you had Cuba and stuff, and that was a big threat with the Cuban Missile Crisis because Russia was aligning with Cuba. But we had the Cold War, which was essentially communist Russia. Right. The USSR was like making nuclear warheads, and we were basically like an arms race.
So that's basically what was a commie. A commie was anybody that was outside of America.
Well, communist is it's an economic structure, it's a way so we're a capitalist society, and communist society is essentially where it's like everything belongs to the state, and then no one is allowed property or anything, but everything you have is given through the state, and the idea is that everyone gets exactly the same thing, so everyone's equal. It's just never.
A communist state.
Yeah, that's a communist society.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So that's why they was worried about spies and shit like that over in America, because it was basically like what?
Well, we didn't like communism because the main thing about communism, you had Mao's China and then you had USSR. Mao's China, the estimates are 60 to 100 million Chinese people died in Mao's China from starvation and different eugenics. And then the USSR was 60 million. So throughout a good 40 years, there was 160 million people that died in communist countries. So that's why we were we don't, because it's a direct enemy of capitalism. Because capitalism is individuals can own things, and in communism, the state has to own it. So it's the direct opposite.
Okay,
that's why they feud. That's why we still don't get along with Russia and China, because they're not fully capitalist.
Okay. Thank you for that, because
Yeah.
I always heard the terms, and of course I knew a little bit of it, but it was just like to get explained that way, for it to get broken down that way makes perfect sense. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, so that's why we didn't like communists, because
Mhm.
it was more so like, we more so give people more of an option and more of a little bit more freedom than a communist is just like.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a big fan of communism. I read a lot of like Russian writers like
Okay.
Dostoevsky, and he's like staunchly against communism because he lived in the USSR. But like, there's different times. Like the communist Russia was the US's ally in World War II. So
Right.
like, there's times where like people get along. It just depends on the situation. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah, because at one point I think it's like when we can benefit from a certain party, and that's when it's like, oh, it's all kumbaya.
Yeah,
but
pretty
when we
much.
don't benefit, because I remember at one point we were supposed to be going to war with Russia, wasn't we? We were flirting with the idea.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm like, they actually have nuclear weapons. Like, for certain. Like, I don't know what we have. I know for sure they do.
Yeah, I don't know if that'll ever be a war like that, because like there's never going to be a grounds on troops war between Russia and the United States. Because they're so like giant, and then the oceans are apart.
Okay.
It's gonna be a missile war, or like it's gonna be Navy and nukes. Like that,
Navy.
it's not gonna be like troops are gonna be landing in New
On
York
boots
and
on
we're gonna be
ground type
throwing troops in
situation. This would
Moscow.
definitely be, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I love war movies and like shit like that when I watch it, but it's like my side of it is like, when I say my side, I'm talking about like my culture behind war movies. You don't really see. It's like our stories is different than what we see. Like, they get get big movies on. We don't really see like, I mean, the Tuskegee Airmen, we got that, and then we got I think the 6888 about the women that was actually in the mail rooms, actually able back in the 60s to get the mail through the soldiers and all of that, like stuff. And it's sad to say, stuff that I've learned in my 30s I didn't know about when I was learning about fucking Christopher Columbus. So sometimes it's like certain movies, and when we see the depiction of them is not the depiction that's actually the truth. We gotta wait a couple years down the line to actually get the truth. But I always did like war movies. Whether have you ever seen Men of Honor?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. That was a Navy thing with Cuban Gooding Jr.
You had that movie with the black girls in NASA. I feel like that was
with Taraji P. Henson.
That was a thing.
That was good. I don't know, cause when you get the movies like who is the guy that didn't believe in guns? He was like a nurse or something, and he wouldn't pick up a gun in battle, but he actually saves injured soldiers. Something on Hacksaw Ridge or Hacksaw something.
Oh yeah, that sounds right.
It's something like that with the soldier. He was like a medic, and he actually saved like soldiers in the middle of the battlefield, but he would not pick up a gun. That's crazy as fuck. Like that was crazy as shit. I don't know what war that was either. I would like to get more into like stuff like that, like digging up the wars, like far as like what was the war really behind? Like, of course we don't know what the hell we went to war for. Like one point in time, I believe when we was chasing down Bin Laden for 20 years, that was supposed to have been over quote unquote oil.
That's the problem. It's like I study like so much war and history, but like really any war like past the past 100 years. I mean, once you go like 1,000 years ago, you're basically kind of just reading like you hope is the truth, but probably fiction.
Nah, yeah.
Then you go back 2,000 years, and you're like, okay, a lot of this is unless they're giants, but like you know what I'm saying, like then a lot of it's
because you got
the farther back you go, it's like it's like you got to realize like. It's like, yeah, like the Alexander the Great was like, did he really like that speech is all the Alexander the Great speech is awesome. But in real, he couldn't, only 10 people heard that, like you gotta like, I don't know. It's like, you gotta look back on history.
Because when you look at his story, right, it's like motherfuckers telling their story down.
Well,
and when I look at, if I was to tell you a story and you told my story to about 20 motherfucking people, by the time it got to the 20th person, it's a different story.
Well, also, the losers don't write history. Only the winners.
Only the winners do. Damn. I love that.
Yeah.
Real shit. That's a fact. Only the winners get a chance to write the story. The losers don't really get their chance. The losers get the document.
Often the losers aren't the good people in the history books. You know what I'm saying?
That is
Usually
true.
the winners. Isn't that weird? A coincidence.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's how it go.
Damn, that's crazy.
But yeah, we can wrap this up now.
Yeah, we can. We talk about communism. We talk about that. One of the good things about this, though, I do love is that thank you for having me.
Mhm.
I really appreciate you even reaching out to me and considering me to be on your podcast. We done had a nice amount of fucking conversation that I love. Super awesome guy. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thanks for
I
having us.
really
Fun.
appreciate it. I'm Poundcake the Northsider, aka Poundcake the Comedian. IG handle Poundcake DA, North with an F, Cider with an A. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, links below. I'll make sure you get there and go follow her. Awesome, super fun.
Follow me.
Yeah, thanks for calling. It was awesome.
Thank you so much, bro.
You're the
You're
best.
dope.
You're the best.
Dope.
That was awesome.
We gotta do this shit more often.
Yeah, give it a come back. for
Yes,
real.
I'm
All right.
coming back. I would love to. And we're gonna get Jalen Hurts on this couch.
There's the mission. It's laid out.
There's the mission. Jalen Hurts, Philadelphia Eagles, Go Birds, which is a now Philadelphia greeting that binds all diversity, all diverse people, black, brown, yellow, green, purple, orange. Go Birds if you're in Philadelphia.
If you're in Philadelphia, it doesn't matter who you are. We're going to work together now to get Jalen Hurts right here.
Right here.
Everyone come together.
Everybody come together here on this couch. Poundcake has definitely left her icing on it. And we need Jalen Hurts on this couch. So we can get everybody in the comments to at Jalen Hurts, drop Jalen Hurts, get on the Sticky Room show, please.
Yeah, the bet. I'm running that. I'm clipping that. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Ooh, sticky, sticky. Sticky, 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 blicky, blicky, blicky.